Hi, this is Professor Ron, and introducing for you the first in a series of combination of lectures and instructions. And the first group, or this group, which is going to consist of four, this will be the first of four, it's going to teach you how to create graphs on your iPad. An important skill to learn, because what it's going to do, it's going to make statistics very easy subject for you to learn, because you're going to use the power of Excel or numbers to go through problems that would take a long time. But it's going to enable you to do work, look professional, and be able to do it quickly and accurately. All of the videos that I have put together are on my website. They're all free to use, and I invite you to go to https://iPadLearn.com. And there you'll have an ongoing listing of all of the videos, the ones that are there now and the ones that I'm going to be adding on a regular basis. Again, everything's free. And what I would ask of you, though, is to please remember to subscribe to my channel. If you'll see on the lower right-hand corner there, there's a little subscribe button. Chances are, if you do that, you're going to have to also hit the bell, which is in the upper right-hand corner. And what's going to come of that, first of all, you'll be able to give me any comments that you have on the videos that you just saw, and what you'd like to see. And in addition to that, once you subscribe to the channel, you'll automatically be sent any of the new videos that I am going to be putting up on the site. So I invite you to do that, and then we're now going to get into this first video called graphing, but it's going to show you how to do, not a graph yet, but create a frequency table, which is the beginning steps that you need to go through before you actually produce the first graph that you're trying to produce.
In this video, we're going to take a look at a number of different types of graphs and how you would create them on your iPad. Before we start, if you take a look at the frequency table that is started in front of you, you will see that it's just made up of a number of colors. And before we get started creating our graphs, we're going to complete this frequency table. So for step one is we're going to have to add up the total of all of the frequencies. And to do that, we could use AutoSum, or we could use the Excel function sum, which is what I'm keying in. When it shows in the drop-down menu, we select sum, and then we highlight all of the numbers that we want to add up. And you can see in the function box that we've got C7 through C12 selected. That's what we want, so we select the green check, and it shows us there's 114 total. To calculate relative frequency, and this should be repeat for you, we did this in the last section, we're going to enter the formula where we equal 10 divided by the total. And you remember with the iPad Pro, you have to enter in the static number as opposed to just highlighting the cell. When we accept this by hitting the green check, we're going to get this decimal showing. Now yours might be a much bigger number than that, and that's okay. You can reduce the size of the decimal if you want, or increase it for that matter. Now we're going to drag this down to the rest of the rows in this column. And pay attention here, because the procedure, while we're doing it the same, is slightly different based on the new update that they've come up with for Excel. So I'm going to highlight that cell. And when I do that, the little black menu comes up, and I'm going to select Fill. Now, prior to the update, you would get a little down arrow and an arrow pointing to the right. You don't get that anymore. You get two little squares in Excel on the bottom of the cell that you've selected. we're going to take the 1 on the bottom and drag it down opposite the total of 114. And when we do that, you see that Excel returns the total of 1. Or if we were dealing in percentages, it would return 100%. And that's right. If we've done this right, it's going to have to add up till 1. Now we're going to do the cumulative frequency. And we're going to do that starting out by starting with the first number, equals, highlighting the 10, selecting that, go to the second row underneath that, and we're going to say equals, we're going to highlight the 10, plus, we're going to add the number across. And when we do that, we get 28, which is correct. We have 10 red and 18 more blue, so totally at this point we've accounted for 28. Once we're in that position, we can highlight this cell. We could say filling in and drag that down opposite the pink, the last number of data. And it shows 114, and that's correct. If we've done it correct, the total of the frequencies will appear opposite the last column. For cumulative relative frequency, it's going to equal 10 divided by, and then we're going to enter the 114. We're going to hit the green check. We're going to get our 877 again. We're going to highlight that cell. We're going to select fill, and we're going to drag that down opposite the total. And again, if we've done this right, what we've got is a completed frequency table. So I'm stopping here on this particular video. It's very short, but it's also very important. This is the third video that you've seen illustrations of how to do a frequency table. It's important that you understand how this works, because you're going to find you're going to use it throughout the semester.
Thanks for watching this instructional video. And you'll notice I called it lecture/instructional video, because instead of just being straight instructions, there's a lecture along with it that will help you to gain more knowledge of the subject. All of the videos, by the way, that are on my website. The address of the website is shown on this slide right now. And also I invite you to please enter any comments or questions you had about the video in the area below the screen. And what's most important to me anyways is to have you subscribe to my channel in order to get copies of new videos as I post them. To do this, you'll need a Google email address, and if you don't have one, YouTube should walk you through what you need to do to get one if you don't already have one that you use. Certainly, in addition to anything else, your input is going to help me to improve the stuff I'm presenting. So any comments that you have will be appreciated. A thumbs up is what I would hope for, but if there are things that you think need improvement, give me a thumbs down and tell me what it is that I need to do to make these videos mean more for you. Thanks again for watching.